Again, we're back here in Bowdoin, Maine, looking for what could be the Durham gorilla. Who knows?
Oh. Well, I can show you something else too.
So this is it right here.
If it was a bear, which was kind of when I was talking to him, I was trying to see what it could have been.
Yeah. Yep.
We probably would have had claw marks on this tree.
Yeah.
Right.
With some hair in it.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, the only marks you got is from another tree where Dave hit and came down, and that thing had to be. I mean, like I said.
Oh yeah. I mean,
This is 8 feet.
Right.
He probably was up past that.
He was. He was a good foot over
looking
there.
in there.
Yeah. He was in that V. He actually was hidden behind the tree, and then he was looking at me.
Wow. Because when I listened to you the first time, I just couldn't get a grasp of how something that big could be hiding behind a crook in a tree.
And I think
but now, yeah, you can. Like this is you, just
Yeah.
5 feet.
Yeah.
Look how quick he could disappear.
Yeah.
Cool, you know?
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. He tried
Gone.
to stay away from me.
That's right.
You know?
He could be out of here in seconds.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't long for you at all.
No. He was out of here quick. And
Now,
I was like
where was the tracks that you? Can you take us down to that?
over that way. Over on Matt's.
I bet you what happened.
I think he went that way.
So when you told me about this, was the tracks that you found initially right here by the tree?
No, actually, we had to look because this ground's kind of hard here,
Yeah.
and it wasn't leaving. Like you said, sometimes you can walk around, there's nothing.
Yeah.
But when we got over in here where there was some mud, oh my God, there was those perfect,
Wow.
side by side.
Wow.
Bigfoot.
Wouldn't it be cool if we
Like in
found
a
some
book.
right now?
This trail that we walked in on used to just be as wide as a four-wheeler. He would walk down here, cut a tree, and then he'd carry out the pieces.
Yeah.
And Dave, the guy in the sitting at the kitchen table having coffee,
Right.
he came in with a skidder,
Right.
and they opened this up a little bit, so
Right.
they selected some hardwoods.
Right.
So it's open a little bit more. Before it was pretty, thick. Like
Right.
we're gonna walk through here. It was just a trail through the trees.
Yeah, you can
Oh, okay.
see there's a pretty good trail through here now.
All right, so he's opened this since then. Okay.
Yeah, road in here pretty much.
Yeah, there was a little bit of, but he's really, he opened it up quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I just can't believe
But
how
I
big
think-
that thing must have
I think
been.
It was there, and it took off right the direction. Because here's an animal trail,
Yeah.
deer trail, okay? So that's pretty open. I mean, if we
Yeah.
follow that, I bet
Right.
you where you're going to take us, the two of them are going to. I bet you we follow that, come down here. There's going to be deer tracks from right
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
to where those
Yeah.
footprints were.
Yeah, it went over on Matt. I think it's a little bit further.
I noticed the other night. I walked outside about 12:30,
Yep.
1 o'clock. I was out there with my dog, and I heard a weird sound. I never heard it. It was real deep, kind of similar to like a bobcat or a cat kind of, but too deep to be one, you know?
Huh.
And it just like whatever it was had kind of like a real deep voice.
Wow.
And I never heard it. The dog stops. He's looking around, and it just freaked me out. It's like made my hair curl up on my back.
We should put some trail cameras out here.
I have a few, yeah. Well,
Yeah, that'd be a good
now I know
idea.
the deer, things are moving around again after these storms.
I don't know the exact location.
That's pretty close to here.
I think it was down just a little bit.
See, this is water here.
Oh, yep.
Now this has a muddy bottom in places. And somewhere in here is where we found these footprints. Right in the mud.
Right here.
Yeah, somewhere in this.
Wow. This is a good place to pick up tracks too.
And you and I, the other day when we were there, if you look see them hemlocks, we were
Yep.
just over there walking down that other little gut
And that's where we heard that sound.
in that area, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's really close to this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up this way, see for those tracks that that had crossed there, because that could be if he went that way.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a good chance that could be your area the prints were in, or you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So let me take a
Yeah,
look.
definitely. Yeah, it's a ton of tracks. So there's definitely a lot of deer back here for him to eat if
yeah.
that's what Bigfoot eats.
Is that what he eats?
I don't know,
You
but if
know?
it is, there's plenty of them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you don't have
Yeah.
to move around much.
Yeah.
No, you
But
just
the
reach
coyote,
out and
I haven't
grab
come
one.
across a coyote track even in the
I
snow
haven't
here.
either.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I
either.
cannot
I haven't
explain
seen
that
them.
one.
Things disappeared too.
You know, and there's
Yeah.
no way rabies epidemic took them out like
No.
that.
No.
Because there was a den over here that had like 50 coyotes
Yeah.
in it.
And they're skittish too.
Yeah.
They're hard to get, when you're walking in the woods, unless there's something wrong with one, they're hard to see too.
Right, yeah, they'll take it right off.
Yeah.
You only usually hear them like in the evening, just before the sun goes down. You'll start hearing them talking back and forth because they hunt in little packs, and they'll yipe when you hear them yiping.
Right.
What they're doing is the older ones are running after the animal. They're yiping to tell the other dogs where they're at and what direction to go in. They'll set traps and like circle them around to get the deer to come back towards their awaiting friends.
Right.
And hopefully they can get on them and take them down.